Resident Evil 2 Remake has not even crossed 10,000 sales on iOS. New report claims that quadrupling the price on Apple's App Store caused purchases to nosedive. Another Resident Evil title ported to iOS has failed to turn a decent profit for Capcom, with Resident Evil 2 Remake not even crossing the 10,000 sales mark. However, given that the game arrived for multiple platforms in 2019, launching the title at a lower price for compatible Apple devices would have been the right strategy, especially considering that those who own iPhones may have already completed the game on different hardware. Sadly, such decisions can haunt companies down the road, and looking at what happened, it is a repeat of what transpired when Resident Evil 7 Remake launched for iOS, as it failed to cross $30,000 in sales. The bulk of sales for Resident Evil 2 Remake was recorded when the game was priced at $10 when arriving on iOS. Capcom's efforts to deliver the right experience with Resident Evil 2 Remake were met with nothing but praise, as we have mentioned in our review that the game offers a polished gameplay session from start to finish. Unfortunately, the same reception cannot be carried over to iOS, with a report published on Mobile Gamer that retrieved data from mobile app tracking service AppMagic estimating that the game has only passed $100,000 in in-app purchases. As for why Resident Evil 2 Remake failed to garner the necessary amount of attention on this platform, the proof is in the numbers. When the game first launched for iOS, it was available to download and play after paying just $10, which was the discounted price, with the offer running for a month. The report mentions that approximately $95,000 of Capcom's earnings were generated during this period, after which came the downfall. As soon as Resident Evil 4 Remake's price shot up to $40 on iOS, that is when things started to crumble. The discount ended on January 9th, and unlocking the full game now costs $40. Based on AppMagic's data, a measly $7,000 was made after the price quadrupled, indicating that around 175 have purchased the game. Having personally invested time and energy in Resident Evil 2 Remake, we can confidently say that it was not the lack of content or game quality that resulted in its failure on iOS. After all, such games can be purchased for $40 from places like Steam a couple of months after their launch, with other digital distribution services offering Resident Evil 2 Remake at small discounts prior to its inception to encourage more sales. If Capcom wants such titles to accumulate almost the same kind of success as other platforms, it has to think long and hard about the pricing structure.